Hey guys, Josh Cotton from Case Academy. Going to cover the first pillar of our checkpoint system. Leg lift is our first checkpoint in our 7-pillar system. And so when we talk about the leg lift, it's really just about getting yourself to good spots early, which gives you a good chance to get to good spots late. If you put yourself in bad spots early, you're always playing catch up, and it's really hard to repeat getting good spots. So our first cue, our first pillar, so to speak, that the vast majority of high-level throwers do is what we call the OJ position. So when we talk about our leg lift, a couple things that we really try to coach and really depends on how their hips are set up and some stuff like that. But for the vast majority of people, it's a good place to start. The main spot that we talk about is OJ, where if this was an orange and peeled, at some point, this would squeeze orange juice out of that orange between my calf and my hamstring. Reason being, when you do that, it puts your foot kind of underneath your center of gravity and kind of like coiled up, so to speak, where now my weight is underneath my body, so I can drive out and use that like momentum creation method. One phrase that I heard that called is foot flick. So we really like the coaching cue from OJ to foot flick to try to generate momentum. So in terms of like where we want our guys to like lift our legs, we don't care a ton. And again, we're trying to give flexibility and within the system for athletes to move how their body how their body allows for. And we're not trying to create robots. But in general, at some point, we like guys to get to an OJ position. Some people go straight up. Some people kind of do more of an out to in gather method, and either are cool. We just really want, before we start our hard drive and our foot flick, we want to get to that OJ position. In terms of toe, again, you can be successful both ways, but ways that we see the most success is we talk about a relaxed toe, or even we talk about our heel, like driving our heel up into our hamstring. So heel to hammy is a coaching cue that you'll hear from us a lot, versus a toe cranker. Toe cranker meaning someone that's dorsiflex, their toes kind of pulled up towards their head. They can certainly do that, but when you lift through your toe, you can even feel how tense your hip flexor gets. And sometimes you tend to end up leading with your toe open, and that doesn't really allow us to keep our hips closed long and rotate last minute and use all of our energy when we want all at the end, instead of toe cranking, tight hips, and now I end up kind of pushing and leading out, and my toe and my hips open up early and leak out, and we don't get maximal energy or power output. In terms of where we want the knee on the body, we really just don't want it out in front. Generally, we kind of start at the chin. And again, this kind of goes back to an individual's hip anatomy, but it's okay, it's on the front, but for the most part, chin and maybe even a little coil. It just kind of depends on someone's laxity and how mobile they are. But in terms of like our basic 3 checkpoints for leg lift is OJ, somewhere on the body, foot underneath. Generally speaking, we like toe relax or even pull the heel up versus toe cranked. So that is our first checkpoint in the system. Leg lift, which just puts you in a good spot to be successful later on in your delivery.